Hi friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Shiko Hope TV,
And I'm Shira.
and I'm Shiko Hope, and today we are doing the English version of how we won our green card.
Yes.
So people, you have been telling me, Shiko, you did it in Swahili, we don't understand Swahili, and today we are here at your service, English version.
Yes.
Yeah, and without
Without further ado.
yeah, let us start how we did it. And before we start, guys, if you are new here, welcome to this channel. Feel at home, subscribe.
Subscribe.
If this is not your first time here, welcome back. This
Welcome.
is your home, this is where you belong. And let's go right to the video.
Let's go.
Okay, guys, our story started when we did our first application. It was in 2014. By that time, Shiro was how old?
6.
I think so.
6.
Yeah, that's when we did our first application. We went to a cyber cafe, we applied, and we went home with our confirmation number. And after the results were out, we checked and we found out that we are not selected. And we didn't give up. We did it in 2015. And by this time, I had a small baby. He was like months old, like 5 months old. Yeah, we went to a cyber and our photos were taken and we applied. And you imagine having a small baby, even the posture, it was hectic because he was not sitting on his own. So we had to capture the right position, and we did it and we applied. And unfortunately, we were not selected. And I gave up. I just gave up. But my husband didn't give up. In 2016, he went to a cyber and he applied. He knew my details, so he did 2 applications for himself and for myself. And the cyber cafe was just near it was just in the shopping center. And he took the kids. They went there, they took their photos. But mine, I didn't go, I was like, it's not, green card is not real. How comes we have applied twice and we have not been selected?
Did not have hope.
Yeah, I did have hope, but my husband had hope. And he told me, let's do the last time. And I was looking, and I had a good business, and I was like, I'm good here, no need of going to America. But he went, he applied, but the application could not go because I'm in the application, but I don't have a picture or a photo. So he applied, and he told me, when you get time, go to the cyber, get your photo taken so the application can be submitted. And I took long, and the cyber guy is the one who came to get me. He told me, you know what, tomorrow is the last day, so let us finish this application today before it is closed. And I went there and he took my photo. I was just sitting like this, my ears could not be seen. And he told me, you know what, the pictures that we took, we have to repeat because they are not the proper according to the requirements. So we just did it, and I was like, just submit it like that. We can't win this thing. And he told me, no, this one with these problems, it is the one that wins. And I was like, okay, let it win then. He took my photo and he submitted the applications. So we did 2 applications, mine and my husband's. So after he applied and we went home, life continued as usual. And I forgot, by the way, I forgot about green card. And we continued with our life. But came May, I remember it was 2nd of May, 2017. That's when the results were out. How old were you by that time?
I was 7.
You were in 2nd grade, right?
Was I 7 or 8?
You were in 2nd grade or 3rd
In
grade?
2017. Oh my goodness. That was,
I think you were in 3rd grade.
I was in class 3.
Yeah.
I was around 8, 7-ish. I did not know, by the way. We took pictures, they applied me. I was just like, okay. I did not know it was about green card. I never thought about America. Like it was never something that I would dream about. I never knew it was anything about. I just took pictures and that was it.
Yeah.
For you guys knew, but you never even told us. You guys pray.
No.
We took pictures. We don't know what they are for, and we went on with our life.
Yeah. So on the 2nd of May, I was in my shop. I didn't have any customer. I was just there seated on my phone. And then the cyber guy came and he was like, hello, how is the work? How is job today? How is everything? You look bored. And I'm like, okay. And he was like, where is your husband? And I was like, he's not working. Yeah, he's in somewhere called Naivasha. So he told me, and do you go to church? And I was like, yes, I do. I thought he was asking me these questions because maybe my business is not doing well, because I was bored, I was almost sleepy. So he asked me, and do you tithe? And I was like, tithing and going to church? I knew, how come you are asking me these questions? You're not my pastor. But you know what? I answered him, yeah, I do tithe. So he told me, and he asked me, do you go to church? Yes. Do you tithe? Yes. And he was like, okay, and God, then your God has remembered you. And I was like, he has remembered me? And the way the job is so down, I have not made no enough sales. And he was like, you just believe that your God has remembered you. And my mind just clicked. What? Is it the way I'm thinking, green card? And I asked him, don't tell me it's what I have just thought. Green card? He told me yes. And he left. He ran away. So I was left there wondering, green card, me, my family, America, how?
How?
You know? So I just, I just went out. Nobody was coming. I closed the door from now inside, and I just went on my knees and I thanked God, you know. And I told God, you know what? I don't know anything about green card. I don't know anything about America. I thank you for this chance, but God, take the wheel. Take the wheel. So by that time, I'm emotional, I'm happy, I'm anxious, and whatever. I took like that minutes. Then I opened my shop. I closed it from outside, and I went to the cyber. I went to the cyber and met the cyber guy. He was there with some other guys there. So when I went in, they were looking at me like this. Oh, you guys, you are lucky.
So really, the people who had applied?
Yes. They knew. Let me tell you, people knew that this is the time that green card the results are out. So they had come to check if they had won, you know.
And we were like there, our picture? Or...
No, the application.
How did they know we We are the ones.
Because the cyber guy is a good man. He knows that people don't follow up. He knows that people lose their confirmation number. So once you apply, he give you one copy of your confirmation number and he's left with another. So once the results are out, he goes through all the confirmation numbers he applied of the people who applied from the cyber. So he checked each and every one because he knew people don't follow up if they won or not. So he had gone all through the application, and it's only ours that was selected. Yeah, and he told me it was like second last. They checked everything, but ours was like the second last.
Wow.
So when I got in, everybody was there, and they already knew that this particular person is the one who won. So when I got there, my eyes were very because I had cried inside the shop. Yeah. So when I got inside, they were looking at me. They didn't talk to me, but they were looking at me with the eyes could tell these people know something. So I just went straight to the cyber guy and I asked him, gosh, are you sure? And he just removed the paper. Congratulations, you have been selected for further processing of visa.
Oh my God.
Now I just took that paper like this and I thank God once again. And people now, when I got the paper, now people were like, oh, congratulations guys, now you are going to America. People were telling me, I have been applying for 3 times. This is my 7th time. I don't know how comes you just applied this time and you won. And I was like, it is not corruption. It is not bribing. It is just God. It is a miracle. Now they were like, now you start spending money because this process is so costly. And I was like, whatever, God will show us the way. Yeah, that's how we won. And the cyber guy told me, don't tell your husband, because it was around 12 midday. And he told me, don't tell your husband right now because he will not be able to continue with his work. I will call him and I will tell him to pass by my shop as he comes from work. So, how did you know that you won?
Oh my goodness. So for me, I knew like way after my dad knew, and I guess he like told his siblings, and you told your siblings, and his siblings I have a cousin who we went to the same school, and their mom is related to my dad, and he came to me and he was like, Shiro, I heard you're going to America. And I was in 4th grade and I was like going on with my day, and then he came to me and he's like, I heard you're going to America. And I was like, what? And my other cousin came to me and he was like, I heard you're going to America. And I was like, are these people okay? What did they eat? And I was confused the whole day. So I wanted to. So after school, I went home and I was telling you and everyone was at home, and I told you guys, Mom, everyone at school was bothering me and was telling me that I'm going to America. And that's when you told me, yes, we applied, we won, and I was angry a little bit because I was like, why am I finding out in school that I'm Mimi? But I was so happy. It was a shock because I never knew about it. You guys never told us about it. So it was such a shocking
moment.
Yes.
Yeah. So now after winning, my husband knew. Okay, I got a phone call. from my husband's brother. He called me and he was like, "Hey guys, congratulations!" And I'm like, "Congratulations for what?" He didn't tell me. He just told me, "Congratulations, congratulations. Now you are leaving Kenya. You are going abroad." And I'm like, the cyber guy told me not to tell my husband, but this is my husband's bro. He's calling me and telling me congratulations. So maybe my husband will know even before I tell him. So I decided to call my husband and I told him, "You know what? You applied for green card, right? Uh-huh. Now you know what? Imagine, you won. You won. You won." And he was like, "Are you serious?" "Yes." "Okay, God is good." And that was it. And that was it. So now after winning, by the way, our case number was very low. It was 80,000. Our case number was 80, 60, something like that. 8,060 or 68, something where. So it was so low. Now after that, we started researching, doing research. What is a green card? What are the requirements after being selected? I joined Facebook groups. You know, I'm not the one who was selected, but you know, I have to do this. We had to do this. Joining Facebook groups. There we found some other people who were selected. We made a WhatsApp group. And that WhatsApp group, it is still there up to today.
Yes,
How many years?
4.
More than 4.
Really?
Because yeah,
Why?
the WhatsApp group was made in 2017.
What?
Yeah, because that's when the results were out.
Oh.
Even today we have that WhatsApp group.
Wow.
Because like everybody came. Now we are abroad. So from the Facebook groups, we got some people with high case numbers, with low case numbers. It was a journey. We were telling each other, advising each other. It was so easy because now you have people with the same thing. You are going the same thing. We started processing everything. By the time we were applying, passport was not a must-have. But after being selected, that's when we looked for our passports. That's when we looked for a marriage certificate, because it was a requirement. That's when we looked for all the documents that are needed, the police code conduct, the going to NEC, and everything. For the marriage certificate, I think this is where some people will get some light, because we had been married for 10 years. We didn't have a marriage certificate. And the results are out. No marriage certificate, but you have been married traditionally or customarily. So what we did, we decided, because marriage certificate is a must-have, either we do a church wedding or we go to the AG's office. And what did we do? We saw that church wedding, it is so costly, the planning, the committees and everything is too much. And we had too much things to do. So we decided to go the simpler way, AG's office. We went there and got our marriage certificate. And the questions that people ask me, how comes that you have been married, you have kids, but the marriage certificate shows you got married in 2017. No, it doesn't show that you got married the day that you went for the marriage certificate. It is indicated there that you have been married. You have been married traditional way. Because customary marriage is accepted in Kenya. So there is nothing to worry about. We did our wedding in March. No, we registered our marriage in May. We were given a date for the marriage, for the wedding on July 22nd. And in December, we go for our visas, and we got our visas. So it is nothing to worry about. So long as the marriage is not fake, everything goes on smoothly. That's how we did. and we got our marriage certificate and all our documents, and we waited for the second letter. I think the email came, and it was showing that we have been booked for an appointment on December 2017. So that email is the one that guides you now to go and book for your medicals. You can't go for your medicals way early before you have received the appointment date. The appointment date is the one that will guide you to go for your medicals, because the medicals should not be done very early, because they will expire before even you get your visas. So now we booked for our medicals. Now, at least by that time, Shiro could understand some things.
Yes.
Because now she became so interested to follow these things, because even if you are a child hearing that you are going to America, you would follow up and asking, how far are we? You know?
When are we going?
When are we going to America? So when we received the email that we have been booked for an appointment in December, now we booked for our medical appointment in November. That's when we went for the booking and we did our medicals. At medicals, it is a very costly process at medicals, because they charge a lot of money there. And you know, you can't go to your local clinic for your medicals. They tell you to go to the International Organization of Migration, something called IOM. That is the only certified center to do the medicals from. And it is very costly, because for us, we were a family of 5, and we paid like 150,000 Kenyan shillings. And it is done for 2 days. In 2 days, there is one day, the first day that you go, you are done the tests, the labs, the x-rays, all those. And for the kids, for TB, they are done here. Can you remember what you are done?
It was like, I took blood, or was it blood?
No, it is TB something. I can't remember that word. But
I can't remember.
TB or something. So for kids, that's why it is done in 2 days. For kids, they are done something here, and we are told they will be checked when we go after 2 days. After 2 days. If it is positive, they will go for the x-ray. If it is negative, that child is okay. And we are advised to tell our kids not to scratch, not to play so hard or be that hard. But you know, kids are just kids. Kids are just kids. For you, you are okay.
Big enough.
Yeah, you are okay. Yours was good. Jerry, she was okay too. But my small boy, by that time,
was 2.
Yeah. So he could scratch and everything. When we went for the results, it turned out to be like he's positive. He has TB. So we had to pay another amount of money for him to be done x-ray. And we paid 2,200 Kenyan shillings. Yeah. So the money that we had paid earlier, we had to add 2,200 for the x-ray. My husband, his chest x-ray turned that he might be having TB. So they had to repeat the x-ray. And you know what? He is the main applicant.
Ooh.
He was the main applicant. So our chances was like this. If he's TB positive, America,
nowhere.
So you can imagine the amount of money we have paid because you pay before. I think you pay during the first day. You pay during the first day. The whole amount they calculate and they give you the amount of money that you are going to pay. So we paid. Now this is the second day. We are told the boy is positive. We pay for another 2,200. Then the main applicant, it's like he has to be. So they had to repeat another 2,200. Now we are like, whoo, now America is like, we might go, the chances are 50, 50. Because if he's TB positive, we are done. So I was so worried, and I was just talking to my God. My kids were there playing, and I was like, do you understand now that we can be?
She was the one who was worried.
Yeah. And I remember, Shiro, you came to where I was seated, and you asked me, Mom, why are you worried?
You did not look normal. She just
Yeah.
looked so
I was interceding. I was interceding, telling God, oh God, remember a small thing I have ever done good, please,
Yes.
and give us this chance. I was interceding, and when you're interceding, you are spiritual. You are not. So Shiro came, and she told me, Mom, don't worry. This is so small thing before the eyes of God. Our God is able. He does big miracles. And she told me, Mom, this is so small. This is so small before the eyes of God. So I was there. My husband is inside. We are not communicating. So I'm just there watching the kids there. And I don't know how the results will come out. So my husband was inside with the doctor, being asked questions, blah, 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 blah. The doctor said, thank you for telling me the truth, because if you did tell me the truth, I could have said you are positive. You are TB positive. But now you don't have TB, so you are good to go. So when he came, when you are TB negative, you are given a CD. When I saw him there, coming with a CD on his, I was like, thank God. Thank God. At least now, I can see now we are good to go.
Yep.
And we thank God.
Yes, I told you it was not, to you it looked like a big problem.
Yes.
But to God it was just...
Yeah, and when I went inside, I asked the doctor, now, what could have happened if he was positive? And he told me, he is the main applicant. You can't go without him. And TB, it takes a long period of time to be treated. So the chances were 50-50. But thank God, he is not positive. And that was a very happy day for us all. Even if we spent a lot of money and some more extra, at last we got our CDs and we were good to go.
We were getting closer to finish
the
process.
Yeah, it was in November, and our date with the embassy was in December. So when we went to the interview, the night before we go to the interview, tell us what happened. Can you remember
how we were
prepared?
Yeah, we had everything. We had everything, each single document we were spending. We woke up at 4 or 5.
3.
Oh.
We woke up at 3.
And we did not even sleep because you can't sleep because you're just thinking of how, this is a big, the money you have spent, and how for me it was, the money we have spent, and literally everyone in school knew. And then I was praying. We went to the cave. We prayed. We fasted.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah, it was a spiritual period. I can say that, because I told God, take the wheel. And I was so much in prayers and fasting together with Shiro.
Yeah.
We used to go to the prayer center. We fast there. We pray. Yeah, it was not easy. So this particular day, before we go to the embassy, we got every document. Guys, I'm telling you, there is this list for the documents that are needed. We put them separate in a separate folder. Now there is another another folder.
Backup.
Yes, for supporting document. Let me tell you, we were taught to have birth certificates. It is there. But I also had my birth notifications for my babies. In case they ask, I have them. I had the clinic cards, the immunization cards for the babies. I had to carry everything. My husband is the one who won, but I had to carry my own documents, my own school documents, in case
we even carried an album to show that we are real family.
Yes, we carried an album for 200 pictures.
Since I was a baby, you guys, we had everything.
We started from the picture you are in my womb.
Yes.
When I was pregnant with you.
We had the dates.
They were going chronologically.
We had the dates of each of my siblings.
Yes. Until the last picture we had taken before that day.
To show we are real, you guys.
Yes, in case they ask, show us something to show that we are a family. We have a big album.
They didn't even ask for it.
So we were very ready now. We woke up at 3, have a small kids, you have to prepare them, blah, blah, blah. And then we called a taxi guy. We were supposed to be at the embassy at 6:30, and we left our house at 4 in the morning. It is not a building, it is not a long distance, because by 5, we were already there.
Yes.
We were already there. And guess what? We found some other people already there. And the gates are opened at 6. So we just waited from 5 to 6 when the gates were opened, and
started the security.
Yes, we were just checked there. We went there. We left our phones and everything, and then we went there to the what is it called? Is it called like lobby or somewhere? Yeah, to wait for our turn to be called. So when we were there, you are like mixed.
And we paid.
Wait before we pay.
Oh,
when you are seated there, you are mixed with people who are going for the visit visa. There are people who are going for the student visa. There are those who are going for, like yourself, the green card people. Now, because people talk, you're going for visa, you're going for visiting, you're going for student. So green cards were mainly, so we sat somewhere together. You could tell people you don't talk much, but you at least you interact. And I remember there is a guy I was with, and I pitied that guy. I was ready with my documents, but he was just there with like a small brown envelope with just KCSE certificate. So when we were going through the files, he saw our birth certificate, and he was like, "You guys, you have a birth certificate?" And I was like, "Yes, they need it. They need the birth certificate." And he was like, "I don't have the KCSE certificate." So guys, it is good to look for information. This guy was called before us. So I was waiting to see if he will be given a visa, because how comes I'm very tired with these documents, and he's just here with just one KCSE certificate. So and as we were talking, he said these people, they have to give me a visa. If they don't, I will sue them. I will sue them. And you know what? You don't know what is going to happen, so you just keep quiet and wait what will happen. So the guy was called, and he went inside with his car and his envelope. He went majestically, and it took him like 10 minutes. Then he came out looking very embarrassed, looking very disappointed. And he just passed by where we were, and he just told us they refused. You know, I was waiting because I knew how comes I have all these documents, and he just have one certificate. How comes he will be given, and I'm very tired here carrying these documents. So I was like 50-50. Maybe he can be put on AP, told to go and bring some documents, but he came out and he said they have refused. You know, I could not ask him any question, and he left. He was very down, and that was it. So our time came. So we were told one person should be inside and the others stay outside, because you'll feel the room inside there. So my husband was inside and I was outside with the kids. No, the kids were inside playing. There is some play.
There's a little play
place. So I was outside with Yushiro. Daddy was inside with the other kids. So we had our number was called, and we knew it is us. So wah. Yeah, we got inside. We went to the first window. We were told, can you bring birth certificates? So you're giving five birth certificates for every member of your family. We were first asked for the passports. We give the passports, birth certificates. So they had, if it is my passport, my birth certificate, my everything, put there. The other one. So we took time there. We took time giving this for who, this for who, this for who. Then you are told, now you are good. Go to the next window and pay. So we had cash. We had carried cash. It was in Kenya shillings. We paid 174,000 Kenyan shillings. Elfu, what that 174,000 Kenyan shillings, that's what we paid there on that window. Non-refundable. And we were told, now, after you paid, now just wait to go to the interview and see the consular himself. Get the visa or get denied. So after we paid, now you have the receipt with us showing 174,000. We were just seated there. So we did not go outside again. We remained inside. So I think 2 people were before us, and then we were called, and then we went to the window. What happened there?
So we went to
When
we went to the window, my dad was the one who, he's the
applicant, yeah.
So he was the one who was the one who is going to be talking. So my siblings were in the background, stress-free, playing, and me and my mom were there, listening, fingers crossing. And the consular was he started, asking questions and asking for documents, KCSE, whatever. And it was so quick, it was so quick. And then he just started asking. I'm over here like, God. And he asked for this, that. And then he said, congratulations. He said, congratulations, you are
welcome to
America. And I was like, oh, that's it.
You can't remember any questions that Daddy was asked?
I just no.
You can't remember. Okay, let me tell you guys.
I remember he asked, about the kids, and
Oh,
dad
yeah.
was asked, and he was like this, and the coach was like, okay. Like he was so like
It was so quick and
yes,
fast, right?
so quick.
So when we went to that window, my husband was told to put his fingers on those
I don't
machines. Yeah, I thought I'm going to be told to, but I was not told to do it. So he was asked what is their name. He said he was asked where are the others, because I can only see 3 people here. And he said the other kids, they are outside, they are playing. And the counselor was like, okay. And he was asked, after high school, did you go to any college? And he was like, yes, I went to a college. And the counselor was like, do you have anything to show that you went to, anything just to show that you went to that college? So it was the college documents, so they were not on the main folder. So I just came back to my backup folder, and I got a transcript from his college, and I handed to him, and he showed the consular, and he was like, the consular was just typing. Yeah, and he was asked, who is your host? How are you related? And he said, he's my sister. What does she do? He said whatever she was doing, and you were told, your visas are approved. Welcome to America. I did not hear anything after that. What?
You went blank.
Yes, in my soul, I was like, thank God. So I just saw him handed over the blue papers, 5 of them. And then we were told, you go pay for green card money, blah, 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 blah.
And we were like, thank you.
Yes, my husband was just, men, they don't get excited. He was like, thank you, very calmly. But for us, we are like, so I could hear people who are seated there saying, guy, these people are given, they are given, because the joy and excitement could tell it all.
We were smiling to the door.
Yes.
We walked out. Oh my God.
So our kids were still there playing, and I was like, you guys, you know what? Let's go home. Our visas are approved. Then that's how our visas were approved. And we went home very, very happy people. You know what? You don't have your phone when you are there, and before you reach where your phones are, you are like frying.
You guys' excitement. Oh my goodness.
So when we took our phones, and guys, I forgot to tell you, when we were at the gate waiting for the gate to be opened, our host back in America called me, and he asked me, Shiko, how are you feeling? How are you feeling inside you? There's that kind of feeling people, you might be feeling, maybe you are 50-50, maybe this is a denial, maybe this. And I was like, in my soul or in my heart, I can feel that we are approved. And she asked me, are you sure? Please tell me whatever you are feeling. And I told her, I'm feeling like this is approved. And she told me, I told my friends to pray for you. I just want to confirm. And she told me, she told like her 2 or 3 friends to pray for us. So now after we are approved, the first person to call was her. And I was like, before I could switch on my phone, her phone, she was calling. Before it was like this. She was like, hello, how did it go? And I was like, we are approved. And he was like, thank God. And we cut that, I cut that call because it was so emotional. And then we went back home now happy. now happy. And I remember that day, it was on a Thursday. I will never forget. It was on a Thursday. We went by 10. We were back home with our visas approved. And after 3 days, it was on 22nd. And on 24th, we found we were sent an email telling us that our visas are ready. We go pick them at our DHL office.
24th of December.
Yes.
Right.
Tomorrow being a Christmas. So you can imagine how our Christmas was with our visas at hand. Telling people this is the last Christmas we are taking together, because the next Christmas maybe we'll be coming for vacation. We're coming for vacation. So that's when we started telling people we are selling things.
Now we could tell them, because you could
We have a visa. We have visas at hand. And that's when we started selling our properties, whichever we could sell. You come here, you buy a seat or a couch, I give you a plate. You buy a bed, I give you a basin. You buy you buy a gas cooker, I give you a sufuria or a pot, And that's how we did. In 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we were sleeping on already paid beds. We were sitting on already paid chairs, and everything was bought. Everything was bought. So we got money to raise for our air ticket, to raise for our green card, to raise for our pocket money. And Shiro looks tired. I think that is the end of our journey. Did I leave anything? No. So, you guys, we applied in 2016. Results came out in 2017, May. We went for our marriage in July 2017. We went for our visa interview in December 2017. And in January 2018, we took our flight to America, and we arrived here on 2018, date 19. And from that time, we have been to America. So inawezekana, guys, inawezekana to you. You just have hope, because I had lost hope, but my husband didn't lose hope. If he lost hope, we could be back home, but he didn't lose hope. And that's why I decided I will never lose hope in life again. Again. And that's why I tell you guys, don't lose hope, because I lost mine, but now I will never lose hope again. Again. Never lose hope. Keep on trying until you make it. And I hope you got inspired through this video.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Yeah, we decided to do this English version because most people from Ivory Coast, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, like everywhere apart from East Africa, you have been telling me, Shiko, we need this done in English.
Yeah.
And I hope we tried. My English was a little bit good, was a little bit better today.
A little.
Yeah, I have been doing practice to make it perfect. So guys, comment below. Let me know if you have any question, and let us know. And before I finish, guys, you remember my baby was told he might be having TB. That went to the record. And when we came to America, at the point of entry, we were taken to an office because the record shows this baby had tested for TB, had tested positive for TB. We didn't know why we are taking this long to be cleared, but they were checking if the baby is TB positive or not. And after we arrived here, after 1 week, we received a letter. From the Ministry of Health here, I don't know how it is called, telling us to take our baby for TB checking and testing. We did. We took him to the TB, and he was found he has no TB, and everything was okay. Guys, TB is it called a monster? or a nightmare. Yeah, it can make your journey to America come to a standstill. Thank God my baby was not the one who was the principal applicant, but he was not TB positive. So take care, guys. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. We are in this together. We love you.
We love you so much.
Share, comment below. Let us know your views. If you have any question, let us know. And until next time,
Bye.